right now, Steve Maguire has kicked off. He's in the first frame against Sean O'Sullivan. Maguire will be another player who will be up towards the top of the list of favourites of this title.
Wow, great shot. I wonder whether he'll take the brown onto the middle. Should tuck him behind it, really.
Bravo. Somehow we won.
Big arena this, Dave, isn't it? 10 tables. We saw the space between the tables. We got the wide shots like an aircraft hangar.
Yes, it's a good setup, this is. I like these events, you know, especially if you're a spectator, you can watch whoever you want. And there's plenty of room, as you say, for the players.
Well, good hit, but he's left one to the green pocket. Well, it was a chance.
Yes, he'll get chances, but maybe not many. Certainly not as many as he would get against players lower down the list. Well, this looks like another one.
Yeah, John was just trying to avoid the pack there. It's caught the red too thick, obviously. The black's tied up. I'm not sure if the pink goes to either corner pocket. I'd be disappointed that he didn't chip that one in. But, well, if Sam here can just take a couple of reds and blues and get amongst the black spot. Obviously the pink goes then. Well, this is really where you could do with a good 70 or 80 break. Just give him a little bit of a confidence boost. Oh dear, he's not missed that, has he? I thought he missed it for a minute. But that's not a clever shot.
7.
Well, I didn't think that red went at first, but it's okay. He hasn't kept control of this cue ball so far.
13.
This is tough if he's taking this on.
Looks good. Great shot.
Well, that's going to give him a lot of confidence. That was not easy.
Yeah, I just wonder if this red might pass the black, actually. The one that's nearest to it. He's still got one at the edge of the pack. He's just checking that now. That would be ideal to get rid of that one. Open up the black. Might play a little punch shot into the pack. Well, again, not too clever. And this would be a big shot if he takes this red on. suggest just play off the one that's nearest the pink for a safety and just wait. He's underhit that by a long way.
And Harvey, 19.
Yes, that was the only shot there, really. Well, John taking the opportunity to free up the black there. Good cue ball. Well, I think there's a little tempter here on the right hand side. I think he can get through to that red. And if he can pop that in, he will be on the black. Might be just a bit too early to be taking those on. Well, he needs some cover. Well, I think he might have got it. There's two possibilities here. As you can see, he's snookered with the blue. John can play a plant, one onto the other, or he could take this red on into the left corner pocket. Great shot. Well, that was bang in the middle. And he's in again. Well, he's gone a bit far for the black, but he still has the pink. That sprung off that side cushion. He snookered once more, but it's a much easier plant to play now. You just get the feeling, though, David, when that first red went in, you thought, end of frame.
7.
Yes, he's just cueing so well that he's obviously worked hard with that new cue in the summer since the World Championship, and of course he's got a snooker room at home now. Alan McManus said that it's one of the nicest he's ever seen, so he's put the work in. He didn't play the first couple of tournaments of last season, but different strategy this year as he tries to get used to that cue, and it's obviously paying off so far.
8.
One player who's not here is Ali Carter. He's had treatment for testicular cancer, but got some great news yesterday. He's got the all clear, so that's wonderful, and we'll see Ali back at the Shanghai Masters.
Yeah, that's fantastic news.
16.
He's been through the mill the last few years, hasn't he? He's such a nice guy.
$23. 24.
Well, if John gets himself through a couple of rounds here this weekend, it'll put him through the £6 million barrier for prize money on the table.
29.
I think I'm right in saying I think it's about the third. It's behind Stephen Hendry and Ronnie O'Sullivan. Prize money. Still got a few years in him as well, I think.
37.
Well, when you consider Walter Donaldson, Scotland's first ever world champion, packed the game in because couldn't make a living from it.
38.
But his fellow countrymen, Higgins and Hendry, have done pretty well.
Well, he's got them open now. This is a great chance to make it 2-0.
Yes, Sam Harvey, I'm sure, fearing the worst.
I think the only hope is if this blue doesn't go in. Well, oh, hang on. I think he's out of position. He played to slide past that red. Good blue, but I don't think he's on a red here.
43.
He played on the lower red, just above the black, and he hasn't got there. And I think this is a safety. So
Higgins,
the frame not
43.
over yet. There's still plenty on there for Sam.
Yeah, it was frame over if he'd have got on a red for sure, but he didn't, so 23 in it. Yeah, Walter Donaldson, he was world champion just after Joe Davis in the 1940s, and eventually, when the game went into serious decline, he got so fed up. Not only did he pack it in, but he broke up the slates of his table to pave a path in his front garden. That's what you call packing it in.
Broke a few cues in my time, never had the table. We were talking last night over dinner, weren't we? Me, yourself, and Joe and Phil about, you know, people like Walter Lindrum and Horace Lindrum, and Joe said he thought that Walter Lindrum was the best player he'd ever seen holding a cue. So that's some accolade, isn't it, considering the modern game?
Absolutely.
But his touch and his billiards, you know, obviously it was billiards rather than snooker, but Joe was saying his touch was wonderful. And you got the likes of Joe Davis as well. Well, he's managed to cover that one.
Yeah, snooker's got a long history. It was invented in India. That's going in. It was invented in India, and of course we're going back there in October for the Indian Open, so that'll be something to look forward to. Well, that went wrong for Higgins. Now then, can Sam Harvey here in 2013 take advantage? This needs to go in, you feel. And it hasn't.
Wow, John not able to take advantage. Just a little quick shot there in the background of Ryan Day. He's on table 3 playing young man Ryan Clark. I can tell you that he's 1-0 up at the moment, Ryan Day. Oh, didn't want that. But this looks a little bit straight. I'm not sure what Sam can do with it unless he can get back for the pink. Well, he's got a little bit of angle.
Foul. John Higgins 4.
Well, that doesn't help.
Well, Walter Lindrum would have enjoyed this one in billiards. Not so much Sam Harvey in snooker.
Well, if this one goes in, he'll be on the pink. Should be frame over. But also, he knows that if he misses it, he'll be leaving Sam a red on. He might play this with an element of safety. He might just screw the white back a little for the blue or one of the baulk colours. That's why he's left himself the angle. Great shot. Well, it's not ideal. I think the blue is a better shot than the pink. He had the chance, and he had a small sort of slight angle on that red, but unfortunately for him, found the corner pocket with the cue ball. Could be end of frame if this goes in. Well, he's gone too far. Well, I don't think he's played that. He's been lucky to land on the red to the middle.
6.
I think he played on the red, that same red, to the corner.
Seven.
Well, black and one more red will be enough.
$14. 15.
Well, it's about to go 2-0. And Sam's had a couple of half chances in this one. I'm afraid this might be the pattern of the match, actually. 2-0 already in double quick time for the former world champion.
22.
And if it goes 3-0, that's a long way back for Sam Harvey. Out of position, but it doesn't really matter.
32.
Especially when you can knock those in.
Yes, he's looking very comfortable, and as you say, he's not really been put under a lot of pressure so far.
35.
I think also, I mean, one of his top challenges here, or challengers, I should say, Neil Robertson, he's not here. He's still at home in Australia. I think he's got a virus or something. He's not too well, so he's decided to stay there for a few days and get fitter for the next event.
39.
He was very disappointed that he couldn't travel and play here in Holland. He wanted to play. He apologised to everybody not being able to make it, because he would have been one of the favourites, of course.
Yes, I think there'll be a few glad that he stayed away, frankly, the form he's been in. John Higgins has been in pretty good form as well early season, and he's made a good start here in Rotterdam this morning. Sam Harvey clearly with it all to do, because the 4 times world champion John Higgins in early control here. He leads by 2 frames to 0.